Today we are going to talk about making predictions with experimental probability. Our first example says Dana found that the experimental probability of her making a bullseye when throwing darts is 2 out of 10, or 20%. Out of 75 throws, about how many bullseyes could she predict she would make? So there's actually two different ways you can do it given this information. I will show you both ways. The first one I'm going to look at is dealing with the 2 over 10. So we are going to make a proportion, which is two fractions that are set equal to each other. And there we will be able to cross multiply and divide to solve. So we know 2 over 10 is one of our fractions. We're going to have our equal sign. And the other one is going to be something we don't know over our total number of throws that we threw, which she stated here was 75. So now we're going to cross multiply 75 times 2 to get 150. Then we're going to divide by 10. When we do 150 by 10, we get 15. That would be how many bullseyes she gets. Now we can also do it another way. It's still dealing with proportions. So we're going to have our two fractions that are equal to each other. Now this one we're going to talk about with 20%. So we have the 20% out of 100%. So we know it's out of 100% because you have to have 100% of your total throws. So 20% over 100% is equal to our x, because we don't know, over our total number. So anyway, we have to have the x over our total number, x over our total number. Now we're going to cross multiply here, 75 times 20. This one I can't do in my head, so we need to work it out. We get 1,500. Now we have to divide down. Divide by 100. When we do that, we end up getting 15. So either way, we get the same answer. But there's two different ways you can do it. They both involve proportions. Example 2 says a car rental company sells accident insurance to 24% of its customers. Out of 550 customers, about how many customers are predicted to purchase insurance? So since we're given our percent, we only have that one option here. We don't have a fraction that's already given to us. So we need to make our proportion. We want our x to be top right. So we know 100% is going to be down here. So 24% has to be right above it because the percent's got to stick together. And our total number is always below right there. So now we're going to multiply 550 times 24. You can do that out to the side. 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 5 is 20. Carry the 2. 4 times 5 is 20 plus 2 is 22. Add a 0 for place value. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 5 is 10. Carry the 1. 2 times 5 is 10 plus 1 is 11. So now we add up. And we get 13,200. So now we still have to divide down by 100. When we do that, we end up getting 132. So out of 550 customers, 132 are going to predicted to purchase insurance.